Hello, my name is Ethan Malakian, and I'm going to be interviewing Miss Reed, and she is our principal for the Ward Central Elementary School in the Cabot School District. I asked her about her childhood, and here's what she has to say.
Growing up, I did gymnastics and dance and played basketball, loved basketball.
What happened after you finished high school?
Grew up here, went to college at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville. When my husband Scott and I got married, we moved to Memphis. Up from Memphis, moved to Nacogdoches, and we were there for 3 years, loved it. And then we were in El Dorado, which is in Arkansas, for 12 years.
Looks like you had a great time in El Dorado. What is your favorite holiday, Miss Reed?
My favorite holiday would have to be Christmas. In 1 week, Scott and I got married December 20th. December 21st, the next day, is my birthday. And then you've got December 25th, Christmas.
Is Cabot similar to what it was like when you were a child, Miss Reed?
It has a lot of similarities, great teachers and great students, so all of that is the same. I went to elementary school. We had one elementary, and now there are 9. This was my first grade class. I've had this picture and I've always wanted to put it up in my office. There's so many of these people in this picture that are still here at in Cabot. I think that's so cool. And I'm still very good friends with many of them. And I wish I knew where every one of them were though today. A great school district. It was back then and it still is today. I'm just thrilled to be here. It's a wonderful school.
When you went to school here, what activities were you involved in?
I was a football cheerleader and played basketball. And honestly, out of those two, my first love would have been basketball.
If you were ever on a deserted island and you could only take one item, who or what would you take?
I would take my hubby. I'd take Scott. He is a fabulous cook. He can do anything. First of all, I get to take the love of my life, and then I know he's going to take care of me. So honestly, I'd take Scott because we'd be fine. We'd have fun on a deserted island.
After talking to Miss Reed for a while, we learned that she has fears just like we do. Here's an example. 7
or 8 years ago, I spoke on a stage at the Clinton Library. And I had to speak about my school, my El Dorado school, where I was principal. And former President Bill Clinton was with me on the stage. Every TV camera, in town in Little Rock was there. And I sat on my back deck and practiced my speech, I bet 100 times. Just said it to the trees. Look, if you can do it on a stage with a former president of the United States and do fine, you can do this. So it's like, I always wanted to be a teacher. My mother was a teacher. My dad, they started out teaching, coaching. My dad was a principal. My dad was a superintendent. Long time ago, he was superintendent at Cabot. Every day I would go to my mom's room after school, and I loved school myself, so I always wanted to be a teacher. Now, when I started, honestly, I had no desire to be a principal. I worked for a lady when we were in Tennessee. She really gave me a lot of responsibilities. She lovingly pushed me into being a principal and being an administrator. So she's the one that did it for me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about your family?
I have 2 boys. I have Taylor and Lucas. Right now they are grown. They are both working on their masters. They both played football in high school and in college. Now they're both graduate assistant football coaches. So Taylor is at Auburn and Lucas is at the University of Rice in Houston. I've been so blessed. They are 2 of the neatest, best, could not have asked for better children.
How did you meet your husband, Coach Reed?
We were in college. It was my senior year, and I had a roommate, and we were on the pom-pom squad at Arkansas together. Y'all won't know who this is, but she dated Billy Ray Smith. And Billy Ray Smith was an Arkansas Razorback, and he later went and played for the San Diego Chargers. Billy Ray and my roommate Chris hooked us up on a double date. It was just such an easy friendship, and then it just turned into love. They ended up breaking up, but we've stuck
Many
together.
of you may have realized that Ms. Reed has a really fancy car. I asked her about her first car, and here's what she has to say.
My first car, I got my sister's hand-me-down. She was older, and it was a Mustang. It was real pretty. It was white with this red interior. Her name was Millie Mustang, and I had Millie for about 2 years, and then I got my real first car, and that was a Firebird. It was white, and it was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. I have a Corvette now, and as long as I've known Scott, he has been the one that wanted a Corvette.
That's a wrap for this edition of Everybody Has a Story.
Thank you to the Ward Central GT 4th grade production crew.
Thank you, Miss Reed, for sharing your story with us.
We hope you enjoyed it.